Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. If you are new here, thank you for coming, pressing on that thumbnail, opening your girl up to see what I'm talking about today. If you are a returning subscriber, I thank you for coming as well. I appreciate all the love. Please, after this video, follow me on Instagram. It's Marcelena, MARCEMELL0W. We have a lot of fun on Instagram. That's all I'm going to say about that. But head on over there after this video. After you comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on what I'm going to be discussing today. Please turn on those notification bells so every time I upload a video, you'll be the first one to give me your feedback and, make a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. So without further ado, I got a little bit of a surprise for you today. We're going to get into one of the fragrances. I've already had a sample and the other one is pretty much new. So, and then we're going to talk about, I have 4 samples and we're going to do first impressions on those as well. One will be an unboxing. The other one, I just couldn't wait for you all. I told you I'm a little, not impulsive, but just anxious when it comes to fragrances, only because I love them. Like, I want to know what they smell like. Like, we all know, we get super excited, right? So, so you know how I'm feeling. So, sorry I didn't wait. So anyway, but I do have one unboxing for you for fragrance samples that we're going to get first impressions on. I want to thank Lizzie from Rose & Jones for, telling me about this one fragrance. I'll give her another shout out later when we come to that fragrance. And Lizzie, we're going to see what that's all about today. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to be discussing the House of Indult. And a lot of these fragrances were the person behind, or the nose behind these 2 perfumes that I'm going to be discussing today is none other than Mason Francis Kurkdjian. So we have Indult, you have Tihota, which I absolutely love. So I had to get a full bottle on Tihota. And then we have Manakara, and this is one that Demi Rawlings was discussing. She said it's one of the best rose fragrances out there. I'm going to let you all know my thoughts because this is the one that I was a little bit anxious about because I have come to love rose fragrances, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. So first we're going to do the unboxing of Tihota, okay? I'm going to make you guys wait on the Manakara. So so Tihota, it was originally launched in 2006, and like I said, MFK was the nose behind this fragrance. Who would have thought? You guys, we have to give him credit where credit is due. He's done so many things in the fragrance world. It's not just 540, Baccarat Rouge 540. There's so many other fragrances that we look up in the past and today that he's behind. So, we give you your props. So anyway, this is the box. All right. So in this, they're very I think there are 2 notes that were only listed. I tried to do some research. There were 2 notes listed on Fragrantica, and then I tried to look on a couple other sites. I looked on the Indult site, and they only pretty much gave 2 notes. They gave vanilla bean and they gave musk. Now, I have tried this before, but I've only tried a sample, and I've tried it 3 times, and I've worn it 3 times. It comes out of the box like this. I'm going to just take this off, you guys, because this doesn't really need to be seen. Very small box. It comes in a 50 ml 50 ml bottle. The bottle's pretty sleek, very sophisticated. The top is nice. It's not magnetic. It's a bit kind of difficult, so you have to really press it down and bring it off. The juice is beautiful. It kind of gives you what the actual fragrance smells like. Now, when I initially smelled this, and that was just the sample that I ordered from Lucky Scents, when I tell you, I was looking for the best vanilla bean. I was on a journey to find the best vanilla fragrances. You all, I hated vanilla fragrances, or hated vanilla scents. I think it was because Bath and Body had this vanilla lotion, vanilla bean, and it had a really weird off-putting smell to me, or people that would wear it. I don't know, me and that vanilla bean from Bath and Body, we just don't mix. So I've always hated vanilla scents until I started to, you know, bring them into my fragrances and realize that those same scents that I hated, most of them were in my fragrances. I don't know if it's the artificialness of Bath and Body and the naturalness that they have in fragrances, you know, Tahitian vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, you know, vanilla bean, like all of those things. But now today, like vanilla, I think is probably in my top 5 of favorite scents and fragrances, mainly Tahitian and Madagascar vanilla. So anyway, these are nice bottles to travel with. You know, you can throw them in your purse. You know, they only come, that I've done research on, in 50 mLs. This retails most of the time for about $200 to $220. And, you know, we'll get into that towards the end, if it's worth it or not, okay? So anyway, this is Tihota. I'm gonna spray this on this hand. Now, I love Tihota. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. Is Tihota worth it? I truly believe Tihota is worth it. You know, you really don't get that alcohol, that really harsh smell when you initially spray the fragrance. Now, Tihota. Now, I love Mazzolari Vaniglia. It has like a vanilla caramel. It's a gourmand. It's delicious. It's amazing. Tihota is amazing as well. This has like more of a vanilla bean, you know, like a rich French vanilla bean ice cream. That's what this smells like. This smells like a vanilla bean, like vanilla beans crushed, you know, raw vanilla beans with the vanilla pod crushed in Italian sweet cream. This is really good. I thought I was going to be satisfied with Mazzolari's Vaniglia, but then when I think it's Vaniglia. Some people pronounce the G silent. But I thought I was going to be satisfied with Mazzolari, with the caramel and vanilla, which is amazing, you know. But then when I smelled this one, I was like, oh my goodness. I just kept sniffing my hand, sniffing my body like all day long. So it has more of a vanilla beanie, like there's black vanilla beans in this, but even though it's not, it's very concentrated. It's an amazing blend, but it's not very musky to me. All I get in this fragrance is straight up vanilla bean and sweet cream or French vanilla bean ice cream. This is some good stuff, and I totally believe it's worth it. If I run out of this bottle, I will buy another one. If I run out of Vaniglia, Mazzolari's Vaniglia, which is a vanilla caramel, I will get another one of those. They're both stunning fragrances. People are always comparing the two, but to me, you need both. They're both stunning, you know, in their own way. So anyway, this is Tihota, Indult Teahota. You know, the nose behind this once again is MFK, Mason Francis Kurkdjian, and this is some amazing stuff, y'all. Neck and neck with Mazzolari. It's a tie, okay? That's all I gotta say. There's no comparison, it's a tie. So the next one we have, and this is one that, yeah, it smells so good. It's amazing. So the next one we have, let's move on, is Manakara, and this is also by Indult. Now, Demi Rawlings, you know, I just saw a review recently, and she said this is the best rose fragrance. I love an amazing rose fragrance. So, you know, I'm always on the hunt for a good rose fragrance. But lately, I have come to find that Narciso Rodriguez, Floral Musk, is stunning across the board, one of the best rose fragrances. Atomic Rose by Initio is one of the best rose fragrances, and Delina La Rose, which I all have, is one of the best rose fragrances. Those are all different roses, but they're all stunning rose fragrances. Now, if I had to choose one to keep for life, I would absolutely pick Delina La Rose. That is just a watery, crisp, fresh rose, and it's just every day of the year. It's a stunning, stunning rose scent. The performance is beast mode. Hands down, I would choose Yeah, I would choose Delina La Rose first. Then I would choose Floral Musk. Then I would choose Atomic Rose. Then I have another fragrance. It's bond number 9. It's Ruby Dubai. And it has rose inside on top of geranium, saffron that makes the rose project and stand out even more. It's amazing. Ruby Dubai, bond number 9, and Atomic Rose by Initio, they remind me so much of one another. I sprayed on Atomic, I was, wearing Atomic Rose by Initio one day, and I was like, you know what? Why does it smell just like my Ruby Dubai? So I really think Atomic Rose, it doesn't list it, but I think Atomic Rose has that saffron, which gives it that that soury, succulent, like, very rich note to some fragrances. But yeah, if you have Atomic Rose by Initio, if you have bond number 9 Ruby Dubai, you don't need both, one or the other. But I love saffron. I love Ruby Dubai bond number 9 more because it gives you more of that's a rich fragrance. It's a rich woman's fragrance. It's like you're walking into Hertz Castle. I don't know if you guys ever been, or maybe some palace with just plush, velvety, plush, velvety furniture, hanging chandeliers, these are $1 million palaces. So that is what Ruby Dubai brings to me, and it smells just like Atomic Rose. So go figure. Anyway, let's get back to this Manakara, which Demi Rawlings said is the best rose fragrance out there. So I sprayed on Manakara twice. Let's go ahead and unbox it. I already took off that little paper that comes wrapped around. The juice is pink. It's beautiful. The same bottle. The bottle's, elegant, stunning, graceful. So I already sprayed this on, but let's spray it on again on another. Let's spray it on my arm where I sprayed it before. Now this is the dry down, so I'll spray it on my hand. So that's the atomizer, very nice, not harsh, So in this Manakara, let me give you a background on Manakara. So Manakara was named after a village in Madagascar, and it's known for its legendary lychee fruits. They're supposed to be the best lychee or lychee fruits on the planet that come from Africa. And I didn't know that, which I love stories behind fragrances. So in this, you have lychee. I don't know if you all know what lychee is, but it's like a pink berry fruit. It's really fuzzy, thorny looking, and you pop it or squeeze it open, and then you get this little pink, little juicy fruit, watery, kind of like a gummy type fruit out. It's really good. But I also have tried lychee candies. When traveling to the Philippines, I've eaten a lot of lychee. In Thailand, they eat a lot of lychee. And they have, just fruits and little candies and all kinds of things around that fruit in the store. So anyway, the notes in this is lychee. It's Turkey. It's not Turkish rose. It says Turkey red rose. It says Bulgarian rose. So they only list 3 notes. This, you all, kind of reminded me of another fragrance that I really don't care too much for, which is Montal Roses Musk. Montal Roses Musk has a little bit of an artificial rose in there to me, and I really don't like anything that smells artificial. So, especially if I'm paying a good amount of money for it. So that's what put me off with, it's not included in my best rose fragrances, because on top of the artificial rose, it doesn't have a musk smell to me. It has a musty, not musky, a musty smell to me, which my nose is something else. It always has been. So anyway, this also comes in a 50 ml bottle. This retails also for about $200 to $220. This is exclusive to certain places. Now, this was exclusive to Lucky Scent. And the nose behind this, once again, is Mason Francis Kurkdjian. So, let me... this is a very strong rose. In the projection, you get rose. There is some sweetness, and I smell a little bit of vanilla or something to this. The same as the vanilla in Tihota. I get remnants of Tihota in this as well. So, Off top, you get the lychee, the rose. It's just like boom in your face. So those are very prominent notes. In the dry down, you know, there's no sweetness in the projection. In the beginning, I just get a lot of, it smells like baby pink, maybe like some just pretty pink, a variety of pink, hot pink, fuchsia pink, baby pink, pale pink, all that. I get that when I smell this fragrance and the projection, you know, very light colored roses. You know, red roses can be a bit strong, but this one is like a very immature rose, you know, but succulent and delicious as well, you know, floral as well, but it still has some maturing to do. So in the dry down, sorry, I sprayed it on my arm, guys. So in the dry down, it becomes a little, I sprayed this on my arm about an hour ago. It becomes a little more gourmandish, slightly with the sweet vanilla scent behind it. But yes, Demi Rawlings, this is an amazing rose fragrance. Is it the best rose fragrance? Is this better than Delina La Rose? Not for me, okay? This is, the rose in this smells really fresh. It smells good, but it's something in this. It's kind of smells, like I said, Montal rose. Like I get a little bit of an artificial note to this, but it is a very prominent rose. Would I repurchase this again? Probably not. Demi Rawlings said this was reminiscent of Delina. Slightly, but Delina is, you can't compare the two. Delina's amazing, especially the La Rose and the other ones. I wouldn't compare the two, but it gives you a tinge of a note. Also, Ideola, you know, all of those fragrances smell a bit similar. But this one, I would repurchase Ideola and the other rose fragrances that I discussed. But this one, I probably would not repurchase again because of the price. You only get 50 mLs. You know, I would prefer if this was a 100 ml bottle, you know, for the price that we paid. But, you know, such is life. And, but yeah, this is a good rose fragrance. It's not amazing, you know. It's not the best rose fragrance for me, but I do like it. It's soft, you know, it's not a skin scent. It does have really good performance, okay? But yeah, it's softer than the other ones that I mentioned earlier. All right, so anyway, y'all, this is Manakara, and this is by Indult, all right? Now the bottles are beautiful, you know? This is pretty, which is really immature or, you know, mediocre. This is pretty though. So my next, sorry, the video is going to be a little long today. I have 4 fragrances and I'm really excited about one of them. So these are 4 samples that was sent over to me by Lucky Scent. And we're going to get into I'm going to get into the one that I'm most excited about. And this is by Fort Manle. And this is Confessions of a Garden Gnome. I want to give a shout out to Lizzie. Her page on YouTube is Rosen Jones, and on Instagram, she's Rosen Jones also. When she said, I think this was maybe like her fragrance for life and one of her best fragrances, on top of it having the notes of Yuzu inside, which I'm very familiar with in my True Sardi perfume, I was like, you know what? If you say this is like one of your, or maybe is your best perfume or fragrance, and it has Yuzu in it, I have to get my hands on it. So this was launched in 2016, Fort Manle, Confessions of a Garden Gnome. And this is considered a Floral Woody Musk. This has Sicilian Bergamot. This is Lily of the Valley, Violet Leaf, Rose. It has mango inside, White Musk, Ambergris, Birch, Virginia, Cedar, and Amber. So this has tons of notes inside, you all. So let's go ahead and, I'm really excited. I'm going to sniff it first. It's different. It smells a little citrusy to me, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to rub it on my thumb here. And I want to wear this like multiple times so I can see if I want to purchase a full bottle of this. I love very unique fragrances, things that are different. This is very different because it has all those notes in there, and then it has the white musk and the mango. So I'm excited about that. So actually, let me put a little bit more. Yeah. so I can really get the gist of what this is going to be like. So, Lizzie, this is for you. Now, I'm sorry, I missed some notes. Yuzu, coriander, and pink pepper. Because that's what I smell just like right now. Now, I love this. I really, really like it. It doesn't smell like anything else I have in my collection. I do get not the coriander, I get the yuzu. In the initial sniff, I get a little bit of a mango, the yuzu, the citrusy, that's what I got. The yuzu is like a citrusy orange lemon fruit. So you definitely get that. I got the pink pepper, which is amazing. You get a little mango, white musk. I get the violet leaf. It says lily of the valley, but violet leaf is pretty prominent in here. It's a little green, citrusy green, bergamot. I get some amber, but the violet leaf, pink pepper, yuzu, a little mango. It says ambergris. My nose is really sensitive to ambergris, and I actually like ambergris, but because it gives it like a little bit of a slight animalic note. But I do love it in certain fragrances because it makes it smell a little unique. But I don't get heavy ambergris scent in here. I like this, Lizzie, and I will definitely be purchasing a full bottle of this. It's different and it's very fresh. It's definitely, to me, a spring summer scent, maybe a winter fall nighttime fragrance. I mean, winter fall daytime fragrance. But I like it. I like it a lot. You know, I don't know what birch smells like, but I'm getting a woody resinous, a very mild woody resinous scent on top of the leaf, the yuzu, the pink pepper. You know, you can really smell all the notes separately, but they're blended and they're amazing. And I think they only come in like a 50 ml bottle, Lizzie. And I wish they came in like a 100 ml bottle. And I think it retails for about $200. And you can also purchase this at Lucky Scent. I can't give you the longevity on this yet. Once I get the full bottle, I will definitely do another review. But yeah, Lizzie, I like it. I really like it a lot, and I will definitely be purchasing a full bottle. So thanks a lot for your recommendation, and I thank you for, you know, bringing this fragrance into the fragrance world and letting us know about this. Let me know how you found out about Confessions of a Garden Gnome by Fort Manle, or if you have any of the other Fort and Manle fragrances. But I'm definitely ordering me a full bottle ASAP. All right, so anyway, I was actually going to do that, you all, but I was like, no. I'm just, you know, it looks a little dark. The bottle looks a little odd and very unique. So I think that's what kind of scared me off from ordering a blind buy on that fragrance, Confessions of a Garden Gnome. But the name, like alone the name intrigued me to what the juice was like, you know. So the bottle was different. The name intrigued me. So I had to understand what this fragrance was like. But yeah, full bottle worthy, okay? So next we have, let's see, y'all. What do you want next? Let's do Memo. This is Memo Paris, and this is Sintra. Now, the fragrance guy, Sebastian, stated that this was remnant of, what is it? The Marshmallow Rihanna fragrance. I actually have it. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. It's not functioning today. But I have that fragrance, and it's okay for me because it gives me a medicinal note. So also, let's go ahead and try this. So in this, this is Sintra. This is Sintra by Memo Paris, and this was launched in 2020. This is considered an ambery floral. The notes are neroli, petite grain, bergamot, red fruits, orange blossom, milk, rose, cinnamon. You have cinnamon and marshmallow. That sounds delicious. Cinnamon, marshmallow, vanilla, caramel, musk, and cedar. So let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. So I'm going to put that on. What did I spray over here? I'm going to put that on my arm here. I didn't put on any lotion today on my arms because I knew I was going to be trying on these fragrances, and I wanted to get what the actual fragrance was going to be like, and no mixtures or no, you know, scents of coconut lotion or, you know. Yeah, there was a pause. Okay. Love Don't Be Shy is the Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, which is okay for me. I did a review on Love Don't Be Shy. I told you it had some medicinal notes. For me, it took me back to cough medicine and 81 milligrams of chewable aspirin. But then when I started to wear it a little bit more, it also reminded me of Fruity Pebbles with a medicinal note. So that fragrance gives me like not only medicine, but it gives me food as well. So this does remind me of Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. You know, probably 75%, you know. But it also has a green note to it. Now, I don't get any of the cinnamon. I know in Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, I don't think there's rose inside. But this gives me, I smell like a little bit of it's the cedar, I think it is. The cedar and the petite grain. But it is reminiscent of Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. Do I like this one? I would not purchase this one, no, because I already have Love Don't Be Shy. And I have enough green notes. So this is like a marshmallowy sweet. I get the marshmallow sweet, milky. I get some green notes, the cedar, petite grain. I don't get any caramel or cinnamon. Maybe it's cinnamon that's giving it the sharp note inside, but I don't get, I love cinnamon. I drink cinnamon tea every single day, y'all. But I don't get any cinnamon from this at all. But the orange blossom, marshmallow, neroli, cedar, I definitely get that. It's okay. It's not, I'd rather have Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy because in Sintra, there's a sharp green note, a bitterness about it that I don't really care too much for. But on top of that, it's okay. I'm not buying a full bottle. I'm not buying a bottle of that though. Okay, so the next one we have, another one I was super excited about, and this is by Memo as well, and this is called African Leather. I heard this was like strong, y'all, super strong. So let's go ahead and try this on. This intrigued me because I love, you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I go to Africa at least a couple times a year. I've gone for the past 4 years. I've gone to Ghana, which I visit yearly. I've gone to we'll talk about that later, you know. But this is what kind of intrigued me. And then I heard somebody on Instagram discuss this fragrance as well. I like it. I do like it. So let's read the notes before I rub this on my skin. So in the notes of Memo African Leather, and I'm not a leather fan, but I do have one leather fragrance or two. And one that I do really like is Spirito Florentino by Tiziana Terenzi because it doesn't give you too much leather. So this was launched in 2015. It has cardamom, leather, saffron, my top one, my favorite note. It has cumin. I love cumin. I love cooking with cumin and spices. Vetiver, patchouli, geranium. It has agarwood, which is oud, bergamot, and musk. So, but this is not, this leans a little, I'm not even gonna say it leans a little more manly because to me, I would totally rock this. It leans a little more masculine, not manly. This is African Leather. I do like it. I really like this, you all. Maybe it's the saffron in it that I love. It has a little bit of a oudy note, and I'm not an oud fan. It has to be super light. I just ordered Oud for Greatness, so you all will be getting a review on that as soon as it comes. And then I'll do a review on the House of Initio as well. I have like 2 other fragrances from Initio. It's different. I get definitely get the saffron, the cumin, which gives it a little bit of a like a herbally creamy smell, that yellow creaminess of cumin. It's different. And it's so different to the point where I don't like love it. Like I'm not head over heels for it. But I really like it. I don't love it, I don't like it, but I really like it because it's a completely different fragrance and it reminds me of nothing else. Somebody said it was too in your face, like pow, you know, it's very strong, you know, for women. I hear a lot of women saying that. And I don't like fragrances that are very beast mode, that are very masculine because, you know, I'm just more of a feminine fragrance wearing type person. But I do like this. This is definitely a good fall winter fragrance. I would never ever wear this in the summertime. But I like it. So Memo will probably, they won't get me for Sintra, but they'll probably get me for African leather. And I love the bottle too. It's amazing. All right, next. I smell like so many things over here. So the two that I do love is Confessions of a Garden Gnome and by Fort Manle, and I love Memo Paris African Leather so far. But Sintra, no, goodbye. So next we have, and this is by Fragrance Du Bois. This is another sample. Next we have Orange Oud Intense, and this was launched in 2013. Now the notes in here, it just says fruity notes. Coconut, bourbon, vanilla, agarwood, and musk. I keep hearing so much about this. You know, people are like, oh, have you ever smelled this? Not African. Have you ever smelled Oud Orange, you know, by Fragrance Du Bois? I don't have any Fragrance Du Bois fragrances. I was waiting to get Demi Rawlings. What is it? Minway Demi. Yeah, Minway Demi. I was waiting to get that fragrance, but it sold out. So hopefully I can get it on the next round when it comes out. I think it was in April, but now they've extended it to May. So let's go ahead and smell this. And this is Orange Oud. Let's see. I don't like putting things and testing things on paper because I completely smell the paper, y'all. So let's do this finger right here, okay? I'm gonna just pour it on. Rub it in. I'm just pouring it on and kind of like rubbing it in my finger. Now let's see. It's not for me. I do like the orange note in it, or the fruity notes. Nah, there's a bit of, it's reminiscent of a slight coconut, but the combination of the agarwood, musk, and the orange, this is not for me, but I'm glad I got a chance to smell it, you know? But, you know, it's okay. It's not horrible, but it leans very masculine, you know? So this is totally not for me. I think I like the Memo African leather because of the saffron inside, and that gives it a little bit of a feminine smell, the saffron and maybe it's the bergamot, but I do love the cumin in that. But this one here, yeah, it's okay. I don't really get any amazing, like stunning fragrance that kind of like jumps out at me. But I'm gonna wear it again. But most likely I won't be purchasing that. I'll be purchasing just the two that I mentioned earlier. And this video has been extremely long, but I do appreciate you all going through all of these fragrances with me. You know, go get Tihota, Manakara. You can pass on that one. If you get a chance, you know, thanks Lizzie, get your nose on Confessions of a Garden Gnome, and then the African leather, you know, I do absolutely love. Thank you all for joining me, you know, on this amazing day. Sorry the video is like 35 minutes. You know, I hope you can tolerate listening to me for that amount of time. I love you guys. Go out and spread amazing sillage amongst the world. Go head on over and follow me on Instagram. And I really smell good. So I smell like a combination of things because I keep whiffing my hands and I'm smelling all this stuff. But it smells amazing. But I think I'm smelling Confessions of a Garden Gnome, and that's what smells delicious. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And have an amazing day. Bye-bye, everybody.